Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here. Today we're talking about Xbox because even though it's 4 p.m. on a Wednesday night, they just published their financial reports for the holidays, the end of 2025, and they are just bad. They are blood red across the board. The Xbox is down 32%. It is just continuing to just fall off a cliff. And the reason I want to talk about this is because I think I'm fascinated by the fact that Xbox is completely dying a death of its own volition. It's just constant crappy games, bad marketing, the fact that they keep increasing the price of Game Pass of their games, the fact they tried $80 games last year, that blew up in their face, and even the system itself. The Xbox Series X is over $800 now. But I want to talk about this today because I've been saying on the channel, I truly do not believe there's going to be a next-gen Xbox. There's claiming, oh, we're excited about the future. I think this is a sign, once again, that the coffin is already closed and they're putting nails into it one by one. There is no shot in the universe that we actually get a next-gen Xbox. Nothing like that is just worth it in any sort of way, shape, or form. But let's take a look at the numbers. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. But let's get into it, right? Xbox had a brutal Q2 per Microsoft. Now, I want to go through all this and all the different aspects of it because even this, Xbox total revenue down 9% year on year. Even this is just a sign. I decided to actually look through the top selling games by their own thing. They said the two games that made them the most money last year. What Xbox games do you think generated the most cash? Is it Call of Duty? No, of course not. Is it Sea of Thieves? Is it Forza? No, of course not. The game that made them the most money, there was actually two of them, and both of them were third party. One of them was Arc Raiders on Xbox, apparently sold pretty decent, and Battlefield 6. No Microsoft Game Studio games sold at all. And part of that you might say, well, you don't buy Xbox games, you play them on Game Pass. Oh wait, nobody is getting Game Pass either. The Game Pass numbers are continuing to drop despite the multiple price increases, right? In fact, I saw this top comment here where this person said, I had Xbox Gold and Ultimate here for 21 years and I ended up fully canceling it because the price just ended up being too much. $30 a month is just at a point where people might as well buy, the one or two games you actually want a year instead of subscribing for a service that just continues to gouge you so bad. But here's the other part of it that I think a lot of people are freaking out about. Xbox hardware down 32% year on year. That means comparing 2024 holiday to 2025 holiday, they're dropping off a freaking cliff. This is tying an anvil to your freaking foot and throwing it into the ocean and hoping you can outswim it. This is catastrophic. And let's face it, the reason this happened, it's not some illusion. We don't have to read the tea leaves. They did it because there's multiple price increases, right? I mean, think about the fact that in 1 year, Game Pass went from being about $18 a month to being $30 a month, whereas the Xbox Series X went from being about $550 a month to $800 total, $800 to get the best version of an Xbox Series X. It's more expensive to get an Xbox Series X than a PlayStation 5. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people have been also talking about the fact that maybe it's just their measurements of it. There's been this rumor for a while now that apparently inside of Xbox, some people have tried to debunk this or debate it, but apparently inside of it, there's been talks that Amy Hood, Sarah Bond, a lot of these people have basically been trying to say, oh, the profitability margin isn't as strict as you might think. We just want our creative outlet. We want our games to get awards, to be seen. But it really does seem like internally, it does seem like Microsoft is trying to find a financial reason to shut them down. It does feel like in a way that basically Microsoft is trying to say, oh, you've failed this metric. Lay everybody off. Let's cut this, cut this, cut this. It seems like just looking at their own numbers, they're declining so freaking fast. They're even saying Microsoft blames gaming for the overall decline in revenue of personal computing, Microsoft's intelligent cloud business, and cloud Azure. So basically, it sounds like they're just trying to say yeah, really the decline that definitely is the most obvious is that they spent $100 billion in acquisitions in the last 5 years, buying stuff like Bethesda. Obviously, the major thing was that huge acquisition of Call of Duty, and Call of Duty flopped. So it seems like that decline is because of Outer Worlds 2 being a complete catastrophe, and then also Black Ops 6 was big, Black Ops 7 did not sell at all. Even Bobby Kotick is saying, oh yeah, by the way, this was down 60% lower than we even thought. COD is on track to perform over 60% below last year because of the intense competition of Battlefield. Now, this is partially true, right? Battlefield's a good game. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life. It's full of AI slop. It's just such a lazy, crappy, unfun game, right? Even Call of Duty fans are saying, brother, it's not worth the price tag. But I also kind of think the fact that this is signaling to me that once again, they're getting ready for those massive layoffs. There has been a lot of talks internally. Apparently, a lot of employees have been told that their benefits are about to be cut. They're already doing things like, apparently, they're cutting all the internal stuff. A lot of people that work there, sorry, you're not allowed to have Notepad anymore. Oh, you're not allowed to have like a free copy of Word. Oh, you're not allowed to have a free copy of Game Pass. All that little perks to work at Microsoft. They're at the point where they're peeling way back on everything. But there has been talks that externally, some reporters are hearing that maybe even tomorrow, maybe before the end of the week, there is talks that there's about to be an absolute mass exodus. We're talking multiple entire studios instantly fired, whole sections of Microsoft, whole cloth destroyed. And they're doing this just because they're not in the green. And I feel like the real thing about this is that this is an Ouroboros. This is a cycle that is being repeated because of Microsoft. Microsoft is not putting out games. They're not hyping themselves up. And so because of it, nobody's buying the hardware. Nobody cares about Game Pass. And so because of it, no fans even know to care about it, right? If you're the kind of person that cares about the console wars and you're very, very pro PlayStation or Nintendo Switch or PC gaming, you love like customizing graphics and mods and stuff, there's a lot to cheerlead. Even, I don't really like the Nintendo Switch 2. I have one. Mostly it covers dust other than like 2 or 3 games a year, but it's easy to understand why people that love the Nintendo Switch 2, I can get it. Whereas people that are like head over heels for Xbox, to me, it's the one thing where I'm like, really? The Call of Duty brand? Freaking, that's your whole thing? At this point, I feel like there's no Xbox fans left. And so because of it, there's just nobody to buy the games. I did see this last night, which is that Windows Central is one of the biggest Xbox fan websites in the world. They do a lot of PC stuff and Xbox stuff. They fired everybody. They fired every single person except for Jez Corden. Windows Central has laid off its entire full-time staff except for Jez Corden. And I saw Moore's Law is Dead actually dunking on this, which I thought was pretty surprising. For years, Xbox told their fans exclusives don't matter, hardware doesn't matter, and Game Pass is the future. Then their fans stopped caring about quality. They stopped buying games. They canceled their subs with that price at $30. What's left to talk about? And I feel like this is a good dunk on Windows Central and Jez Corden and all those people, but it's even better. I feel like it's just a perfect question mark at the end of the sentence of why is Xbox still around? There is no shot. There's not a snowball's chance in hell that we're ever going to see a next-gen Xbox. I just truly do not believe it. Clip it and ship it. I'm recording this on January 28th, 2026. If we have a next-gen Xbox, throw this in my face, because truly at this point, even if it does come out, no one's going to actually have it. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Does this seem as crazy to you as it does to me? Because boy howdy, does this seem like a bloodbath inside of a bloodbath. This is the eclipse from Berserk. Thanks so much for watching. If you could, please give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. I just got my final thing done on my teeth. Now my teeth are fully bolted to my jaw. They can't move or anything. I can't take them out now. It takes a lot of, I have like a tool now that I have to take my teeth out. They're like literally bolted into my jaw, but I am able to take them out. I just have to have this thing that almost looks like a road tool. It goes, psh, psh. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.